What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another first ride video in the beautiful backdrop of Rushnov. Saying hello to everyone. Today on the channel we get to ride the XSR900, the retro style inspired motorcycle from Yamaha that has gotten some very bad criticism because of the design from lovers of the brand and lovers of the model. I am not one of them. I am not one of those lovers of the brand and one of those lovers of the model, so I'm not too butthurt about the way it looks. I'm coming at it from a fresh, new perspective. It's the first time I've ridden it. I haven't ridden any previous models. I have nothing to compare it. I'm just gonna ride it and give you my impression as an honest-to-God motorcycle. I don't care that the seat looks wonky and the tail looks weird. And this is the first time I have seen something like this. These are the passenger foot pegs with extensions on them. That's interesting. We do have a hole through the motorcycle right here. Up here we have a 900cc triple cylinder engine inline 3 with about 120 horsepower and 90 newton meters of torque, about 93 newton meters of torque. So it's a pokey engine and a high revving engine at that. This weirdo headlight up front, I don't know, the bike looks like it's missing some fairings up front, but I'm guessing that's the look they were going for. The indicators attached to the shroud of the radiator, that's interesting. Mirrors, bar end mirrors that are actually wider and actually you can see in them. And the dash is actually pretty nice. It's very easy to see, it's very clear. It's a bit dusty here, but we get the gist. It's easy to see and a simple layout. We do have cruise control on it. We have our start stop. We have our menu. We can do a lot of stuff in here that I don't know how to do, but I'm just gonna ride the thing. So let's get on it. Now, as you all know, I regularly do not ride 900cc naked bikes, but I'm kind of curious to try them out. Car is coming. Let's not impede traffic, and with 120 horsepower on tap, it's very easy not to impede traffic. Now, what I did notice riding it about a kilometer here from the main show, the engine is very elastic. I mean, I'm only riding at 3000 RPM and Redline is at 1000 RPM, and even at 3000 RPM it feels extremely powerful, and it feels like I wouldn't need much more power. Now again, people that are used to these kinds of bikes are probably not impressed with the horsepower. I am not one of them, and I am very impressed with the power of the engine. Full gas. Okay. Easy, check it in. What I'm always amazed when I ride naked bikes or small bikes like this is how capable they are in the corners compared to other style of motorcycles. I mean, you can easily get comfortable on them and start taking corners at some pretty decent speed, and you feel like you're not even exploring half of what it's capable of. And I know I'm not exploring even half of what it's capable of because I'm not used to these kinds of motorcycles. But that doesn't mean that I can't enjoy them. I can definitely have my fun with them within my limits. We're already up to 6th gear, and even in 6 gears it feels powerful enough. And down changes you can very easily rev match. It's such a beautiful machine. And I'm pretty sure if you get it high up in the RPM, it's gonna blow my mind. So let's see if we can find an open bit of road. And yeah, this thing is quick. This thing is quick. Now, I know the styling is a little bit wonky, but when I'm riding it, all I see is this. And what I'm feeling is that 120 horsepower 900cc inline 3 engine, and yeah, it's kind of a beast of an engine. Brakes are tremendous, and they have to be on a bike like this. You gotta have brakes, okay? You gotta have some proper brakes, because this thing will get up to speed like nobody's business. Again, people that ride these kinds of motorcycles, I know they're not impressed with the power. I don't know, it may be powerful, it may not be powerful, but for someone like me, yeah, doing 130 just like that, that's impressive. I'm gonna drop it to third because we got an open stretch of straight road. I want to see flat out in third gear. 80. Oh boy. Yeah, boys, the engine can sing, but what I like about it is that you don't have to keep it so high in the RPM. I mean, it's lovely there, but it feels like it would kill me. I mean, we can ride like this in second gear, and yeah, let's just punch it out of a corner. You get to the next corner so fast, it's a little bit terrifying for somebody with my experience. But I can keep it in fourth gear, I can keep the revs low, the engine has, the torque is very early delivered. I know 93, I think it's 93 Newton meters is not a lot of torque, but it's very quickly delivered. So 3000 RPM wide open. Just look at the speed. This thing, that's the thing, even for a novice like me in this style of motorcycle, I can thoroughly enjoy the bike and still be safe, because I don't have to ride it at that high RPM where the throttle is touchy, where the bike is on edge. I'll leave the professionals do that. I can ride in third or fourth gear and have my fun, and it has a shit ton of power even in these gears. So it has a ton of power, way more than I need. I mean, I'm barely riding it half throttle. We're doing 6th gear up the mountain, and I can work the gearbox, chuck it into the corner, easy on the gas, keep it in third at 5,000. Get you guys a bit of sound. What a lovely machine. Yeah, people that hate it on this bike, hate it all you want because of the looks. I don't care for looks. I'm not a big XSR fanboy. I still have to get my downshift rev match in order, but it's lovely. It's a lovely motorcycle, and if we want to ride it calmly, like following cars calmly up the hill, 3000 RPM, second gear, easy on the gas. There's no jerkiness, and I can ride it calmly. Fourth gear, doing 60 kilometers an hour, and the engine doesn't vibrate, it doesn't buzz, it has shit ton of power. You can ride it however which way you like it. This is a tremendously good engine. This is a tremendously good power plant from the piano company. It does feel high-strung, and I know they can make high-strung things like pianos and everything, and you know, I haven't ridden a lot of Yamahas, but what I'm getting from a Yamaha is that I don't know why you would change the exhaust, because this sounds tuned to perfection. It really does, and yep, it sounds tuned to perfection. And up here in the hills, it's just gorgeous. The way it sounds, it's absolutely gorgeous. I know it's not a 4-cylinder. Maybe some would have loved the 4-cylinder, but this triple inline triple is a very good engine. Honestly, it's hard for me to fault it. It's smooth. Power delivery is buttery smooth. It's beautiful in the way it delivers power. even at 1,000, I think it's less than 2,000 RPM now. It's somewhere, it was at 2,000 RPM. You can get on the throttle, there's no vibration, there's no nothing. So it can do 11,000 RPM, but it can also do 2,000 RPM. Let's see, 6th gear, 2,000 RPM, wide open. Nothing, it doesn't complain. I was lugging the engine. That's something you don't do to engines. You shouldn't do that. They hate it. And this one, although by sound you could hear it wasn't liking it, but it still didn't complain. It still didn't vibrate, it still didn't lurch forward or something. It's a very well put together engine, and Yamaha is known for their smooth engines, for their very well tuned engines, and this triple makes no exception. It's impressive. And up here in the mountains, it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, the seat, well, I'm getting a little bit tired, to be honest. I think the bend in my knee is a little bit too much. Maybe I would have liked the pegs a little bit lower down, but I can find the controls very easily. Maybe it's something to get used to this riding position. I don't know, but it's definitely interesting, and it is tiring me a little bit, just a tad. And the seat feels a little bit harsh. It feels like the padding is very thin, although the passenger part, it feels like the padding is very thick. So yeah, they should have mixed them together. Maybe if I would have been a little bit higher, would have been nicer. Oh, 4th gear. You see, just like that, I was in 4th gear and I didn't even notice, because the engine doesn't complain at low RPM. It loves high RPM, but doesn't complain at low RPM. In terms of handling, what can I say? It's extremely chuckable. You throw it from left to right with so much ease. It barely takes any force. It's so confidence inspiring. You just put it in a bend. Compared to big adventure bikes or anything, there's no comparison between them. It's a light, naked motorcycle. It's gonna handle well. And if you've never ridden bikes like this, if you've only been on, I don't know, scooters, adventure bikes, if you've skipped on this style of motorcycle, at least take some on test rides, because you'll be amazed how easily they are to control. If you think some big adventure bikes takes corners well, try a naked bike or a sport bike. They're in a different league. Now, granted, you've probably seen my video of the Goldwing, and I gotta say, what I said in that video stands. The Goldwing is still a very easy motorcycle to lean into corners and to ride aggressively, even compared to this one. That's what's beautiful about the Goldwing. But yeah, I can see the fun in having a naked bike. I can see the appeal, I can see the attraction of having fun, of having a naked bike and taking it up to the mountains. Granted, we have traffic now, but I can feel the... First gear. A little bit, I thought I was in 2nd gear, a little bit more throttle than I wanted, but even that, it wasn't twitchy. It didn't try to throw me off. It just accelerated a little bit more than I was expecting, but totally controllable, totally fine. And we do have an electric throttle. What's going on here? No, we're gonna switch it around. We're gonna turn it around because yeah, that's a little bit too much traffic, and it's pointless to try to go any further. We are gonna try to turn it around, and actually what I'm gonna do is wait for the next car to come. And when I see the next car, that's when oh, there it is. I thought I was gonna get more open road, but yeah, let's go. Anyway, on to the road. There's also a bus up ahead. We're probably gonna catch it up, so I'm not gonna be able to open up the taps too much. I don't know, it feels like the bus has 1 or 2 minutes lead. But now we can enjoy the brakes, and boy, there are some good, it has some stopping power to it. Now I know I'm not leaning it a lot, because I don't know the motorcycle and I'm not used to these styles of bikes. I'm not used to the riding position. I feel like I'm gonna fall over the handlebars because I'm used to having a lot of motorcycle up ahead in front of me. But even for a novice like me in this style of motorcycle, I feel so comfortable on it. I'm probably barely at 20% of its capabilities. Down a cog on the brakes. Yeah. So much fun. So much fun. It's unbelievable. And it's so light. I am gripping the tank a lot because I am so, especially downhill, hard on the brakes. I am getting a little bit of fatigue in my arms because I am a pretty heavy boy, and every time I brake downhill, oh, it's so much fun. Slowly, slowly, let's not make a fool of ourselves. Again, remember who you are. A beginner in this kind of motorcycle, so don't be stupid. Oh, that's a lot of power. That's a lot of power. Torque is delivered nicely, but once you get up in the power band, ooh, you can feel like this thing is gonna fly. Lovely machine. At about 7,000 RPM, it just wakes up and it just lurches forward. You keep it below 7,000 RPM and it's a lot more docile. There's still a lot of power, but it comes on gradually. You get above 7,000 RPM and the thing becomes a weapon. So yeah, people that hated on it, I don't care. Hate on it all you want. I love it. I don't have any preconceptions. I'm not arching back to some kind of older model. I'm not reminiscing some kind of older model. So yeah, I don't care. I am coming at it just as a simple motorcycle. I want to see how it is as a regular motorcycle, and it's great. It's wonderful. Just as a regular motorcycle, not taking design into account. And I don't think it's such an ugly bike. It's different. It's definitely weird with the seat and with that front light and everything. It's definitely weird, but I wouldn't say ugly motorcycle. It's not like a bike that only a mother could love. It's definitely an interesting bike, but I wouldn't call it even beautiful, but also not ugly. It's interesting. And these bar end mirrors really work a treat, honestly. These are probably the best bar end mirrors I have ever used in my life. I don't know if you can adapt them to other motorcycles, but they work tremendously well. Zero vibrations in them, and I can see so much of what's behind me. It's uncanny. Very good job on the mirrors. And that's where the power of a big motorcycle like this comes in, because you can very quickly do some overtakes and make mincemeat of the traffic. Leave it in second gear, and as soon as you get an opening, you just fly past everyone. You have to be careful not to stick your hand in it for too long, because at some point you're gonna have to return in your lane. And like here, I don't know what's coming next, so I'm just gonna calmly come back. The car gave me the signal. Very kind of him. Gonna wave hello. Gonna wave thank you to him. And yeah, you can it gets the heart pumping. It definitely gets the heart pumping. Oh, there's a bus ahead. We caught up to the bus. We're getting close back to the event, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to pass the bus, because traffic is also, there's a lot of traffic coming the other way, but we'll see if we can do something about it and still have a little bit more extra fun with the bike. But yeah, I still have to get close to it. Anyway, awesome machine. I really enjoy it, I really like it, and this engine is a good engine. I don't know what other bikes Yamaha uses it. I think it's the MT-09 that also has this engine, and I can understand why people like the MT-09. It's a beautiful engine. It's a very elastic engine, the power band is very accessible to all kinds of riders. And you can have quite a lot of fun with it. If you're a novice, you keep it just in the torque range and it's a ton of power. If you're an experienced rider, you keep it high in the RPM and you can enjoy the power. It's a beautifully well set up engine. The power band is awesome. Let's see, can we get an opening here? We got an opening. You can see you have so much fun with it, and because of how good the brakes and the handling is, I feel very, very safe, because I can make split-second decisions and the bike will work with me. Even on corners, even on everything, the bike will work with me. I am getting a little bit of heat going now at slower speeds, but whoa, 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 whoa. Now that was stupid. And I saw the car coming. That was very stupid of him. I mean, you could see it coming. I don't know why he got into that overtake, but yeah, you could see it coming. If you're so much in a hurry, dude, just get a motorcycle. You can make mincemeat of the traffic. Just get a motorcycle. Not a big Audi A6 all-road. I mean, you're trying to drive sporty, what's basically a barge. Watch this. See? That's how you make traffic mincemeat. Oh, it's the fuzz. Hello, officer. Nothing to see here, just a law-abiding citizen. Yep, just a law-abiding. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Anyway, guys, this has been it, and hope you guys enjoyed this first look of an XSR900 from a person that has never ridden a Yamaha XSR any generation. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care out there, everyone, and ride safe. Bye!